Ma'am, I had started the live streaming service also, just in case people are waiting there.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening to each and everyone.
Ma'am, can
just
what do you suggest? Can we wait for a
Just hold on. Yeah, that's what I am trying to say. Around 73% have already joined.
yes?
Maybe few more seconds or maybe 1 minute.
Okay.
And we will start, right?
Right.
There are a few people in the
minute or
meeting
so.
room also, ma'am, so they are connecting in. So we'll
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. Yes, Mohit, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How
So
are you
nice,
doing?
wonderful. I'm good, pretty good. Yeah. Sure. So let's wait for 1 more minute.
Sure. We have also activated the live streaming service on YouTube in case some people are waiting there. They can also catch up on the session.
Yeah, wonderful. So by the time, let me introduce to you, Mohit. We have Kumar Gaurav, our assistant librarian.
Hi, sir.
He has very recently joined the TIET portal. So nice. I'm happy to see the activity around and so many people. Yes, Archana, we are good to go.
I think we can start. We have right now more than 105 participants, and they are increasing.
Let's start.
So let's start then.
Should I? Very welcome
Good
to
evening.
each and every. That's what
Yes.
I should have started. You will.
Let's start. Very good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Varshnananda, Senior Information Scientist, on behalf of Navanalanda Central Library team, welcome you all to this session on TIET eLibrary. We would like to extend a special welcome to our Professor in charge, ma'am, Professor Seema Baba ma'am. And further, I would like to invite Mr. Mohit, who is the CEO of this Refread and who has the company who has developed this eLibrary app for us. So over to you, ma'am, for the welcome of Mr. Mohit, and then I think we can start the session.
Wonderful. Very good evening to everyone. Once again, formally, Mr. Mohit, Ms. Archana, Ms. Kumar Gaurav, and each and every one of you joining us today. Very pleasant evening, first of all, and what better than talking about e-library, e-resources of any librarian, especially we are talking today about Navanalanda Central Library of Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today, our presence is kind of, the signature of presence is in terms of e-resources only. So maybe we have wonderful collection of books in 1 lakh plus or things like that. There are several journals for which library is part of. But what makes a difference is the e-presence, the e-books, e-resources, and how easily they are searchable by a common user, maybe a first-year UG student, undergraduate students, or research scholar, or faculty, or anyone in general. And for that, I would appreciate the effort which had been taken jointly with Refread and in Thapar Institute of Engineering Technology Library in terms of providing the e-resources of e-portal and web application. So I would like to invite Mr. Mohit once again, and if there are any questions, any doubts, maybe you can keep on putting on the chat or interactively, whatever way Mohit wants it to go on. And we will be an active listener from now on. So over to you, Mr. Mohit.
Thank you, ma'am. I thank the library team and of course, Dr. Seema Baba for giving us the opportunity to build TIET eLibrary and of course, organizing this session. We believe that we have only scratched the surface with both the technology and ensuring the adoption in such a huge campus that TIET is. We launched the platform about 4 months ago in March. And there is decent activity, but with the new batch now joining in, we thought it would be probably the best time to do an online session and treat this not just as an opportunity to give you the details of the platform, but also take your feedback on how we can take the initiative further. Like ma'am pointed out, we would love to address all the queries and listen to your feedback. The chat box is open. During this session, whatever queries you have, whatever feedback you have, please feel free to write them in the chat box. Once I am done with the demonstration of the platform, I will try to address all the queries and also have a quick discussion on all the suggestions and feedback that we receive during this session. I'll share my screen. And I hope the screen is visible. Archana ma'am, if you could just give a quick confirmation.
Yes, sir. It's visible. It's fine.
I'll stop my video just to save bandwidth. Okay, we are good to go. So TIET eLibrary sits at tiet.refread.com. REFREAD. That's how we spell Refread here. So tiet.refread.com. In the next 35 to 40 minutes, I'll explain all the features, benefits, e-collections that are available on the platform, and the attempt is to make sure that you take maximum benefit of this platform. At this risk of sounding very rudimentary and very basic, I will cover each and every simplest, even the simplest of the things in detail. I believe we have students from the new batch also joined in this session. So I'll try to go as slow as I can and cover all the basic things as well, so that everything is covered in the demo. So you visit the TIET eLibrary at tiet.refread.com. Please make sure you don't type in www in the URL. tiet.refread.com is good enough. The first thing that you need to do is log in into the platform. You can log in into the platform in two ways. Most of the participants in this session, anyone in fact who is affiliated to the Thapar Institute, has an official email address given to them, and we believe the domain is @thapar.edu. So if you have an email address on that domain, you can simply do a single sign on using that email address on the platform. So you can use this function, login with Thapar official account, and you won't be even required to do any sign up on the platform. In case, just in case you do not have a Thapar official email account given to you for some reason, you can have your account registered by either visiting the library or writing to us at librarian@thapar.edu or helpcl@thapar.edu. This is our primary point of contact on email, helpcl@thapar.edu, and we promise you we'll get back to you with your login details within 24 to 48 hours. Most of the users who have currently used the platform are logging in using the Thapar official email account. I will log in using my demo account. The account comprises of a registered email address and a password, which is independent and which is dedicated to your account. So we recommend you to keep that secure and confidential with you. So once you're logged in into the platform using your own account, you have access to all the services and e-collections. And it doesn't matter whether you are in campus or anywhere across the globe. You'll have 100% access to all the e-collections and services. So I'm logged in into my account. The first thing that I see is my past readings. Just like you see your past views on Netflix or Prime, you get to track your past readings so that you don't have to search for them again and again. You can track your past readings on the homepage. You can also manage your favorites. I'll explain that a little later in the demo, how you can tag the resources that you like reading. It could be some journals that you are an avid reader of. You don't want to miss any issue of that particular journal. So you can mark it as your favorite, and it will be featured on the homepage dashboard. Right. The library team continuously promotes latest content added into the e-collection, be it ebooks or new e-journals which are subscribed by the library, or video lectures. So we make sure we tag them on the homepage. We also give you daily news headlines related to business, technology, health, science, sports on the dashboard. All the content that is being read most in the campus, in TIET campus, in fact, both the two campuses in Patiala and Irevesi, whatever students are reading, whatever the library users are reading on the platform shows up in the trending section. And of course, we try to give visibility to our top users. This is where the heart of the system is, in the header section. You can browse the entire collection of this e-library by subject. You will find most of the subjects which are covered in the subject portfolio of TIET mentioned here. So you can click on any one particular subject and all the e-resources related to that subject will feature, right? You can browse resources by subject, discipline, categories. You can also browse content by publishers. Let's have a quick look on the publishers which are licensed or subscribed by the library. We have American Computer Machinery, ACM Digital Library, a very renowned database, and in fact, a must-have database for institutes which are so popular for their computer and IT education, like TIET. We have ACM, we have American Institute of Physics, American Physical Society, American Society for Civil Engineers, ASME, American Society for Mechanical Engineers, annual reviews, CMI, some databases for management and business from EBSCO, Cambridge University Press, that's the archival access. We have journals from Elsevier. We have access to IEEE Explore IEL package, IEEE Wiley books, Jove, which is popularly known as the only video journal. It's very unique, has been recently added on the platform. It's a very good addition in the library collection. Institute of Physics, MathSciNet. You have ebooks from McGraw-Hill, from Pearson, PHI, journals from OUP, Royal Society of Chemistry, SAGE, a couple of citation databases like Scopus, and we also have access to Web of Science integrated on this eLibrary, journals from Springer Link, Taylor and Francis, and World Scientific. So you can see it's a massive list of publishers that the university library is subscribing content from, licensing content from. You can browse content of, let's say I am interested in a journal from Elsevier. I click on the link, I get the list of all the journals. I, let's say, click on this read button. Let's say this is the journal I want to read. And you will see that I am automatically authenticated on the publisher platform. Access brought to you by Thapar Institute of Engineering Technology. Currently, I am not in the campus, but I can still access the full text of all the articles from this particular journal, right? I can access the full text in HTML format or download the PDF. Basically, the full text experience that you had in campus is now available to you anywhere across the globe with just a click of a button, right? So not just content from Elsevier, all the publishers that you see here, we have 100% full text integration with all these publishers, and you can access their content wherever you are at any point of time, right? I'll open one more just so that all of us are on the same page. I'll open American Society for Civil Engineers. Let's say this particular journal, right? Access provided by TIET, and I have full access to all the articles. So it's that easy. Just find the publisher you want to read, click on the link, and you can you'll be taken to the publisher platform where you can access the full text of all the articles in either HTML or PDF format. In addition to all the content that's subscribed by the library, we also have a huge collection of open access resources aggregated on the platform. I'll show it to you here, the entire collection on the platform. So you have more than 642,000 electronic resources. In fact, these are just the publications which are available on the platform. You have theses and dissertations from more than 1,000 universities, all related to engineering, science, technology, management, and some of the social science subjects which are a part of the subject portfolio now of TIET. You have ebooks, video lectures, conference proceedings, journals, standards. Many of these are subscribed by the university. And then, of course, there are many resources which are coming through the open access collection of Refread. This open access collection has been curated from more than 200 different platforms. These cover video lectures from, let's say, NPTEL, and not just NPTEL, you have lectures from MIT, Stanford, Yale, Harvard, many universities, right? So not just video lectures, you also have access to thesis, ebooks, and journals. All of these are either gold or green standard open access e-resources, which you can take advantage of. So in addition to the e-resources which are subscribed by the university, you have a massive list of open access resources also available on the platform. So you can browse these e-resources by categories, publishers, but also by media format. Let's say you are only interested in video lectures, you can just quickly browse them using this browsing link by media and clicking on this link here. We are also building topical collections, and the library team is either tagging resources or uploading them on the eLibrary. And these are institutional resources. So you will find doctoral thesis, electronic thesis and dissertations, master's thesis, all published and archived by the library from, this is the intellectual output of the students and scholars of TIET curated over the years. And all of this has been tagged or uploaded on the platform. And we also try to curate news published in different print media related to AIT. Not just these topical collections, we also have a news headline service. This is automatically curated, and we show headlines from more than 20 different online news portals. And as a user, you can just click on this bell icon. Let's say you are interested in news from Engadget. Right? You can just click on this bell icon. You don't even have to come on the library. The library will start sending you automatic email news alerts directly to your registered email. Right? So you can subscribe to these email alerts as well. We were always of the opinion that the scope of the library should not be restricted to only scholarly content, learning content, which is why we also have information services like expert talks. This we have updated recently, and now we have more than 1,59,000 expert talks curated from channels like TED, TED-Ed, the regional channels of TED, then from channels like Big Think, then Scholarly Data. There are many such channels which produce or publish expert talks. So we are curating these expert talks from different places and giving you a single point access to all of them. We also have curated literary works in Hindi, English, Urdu, Punjabi, and many other Indian regional languages from multiple online open access portals. And these are available to you on the platform as well. Not just the e-resources, this came as a suggestion from the library, and thus not just the e-resources, we also index all the print holdings of the library. So whatever print books, bound volumes you have available in the library are also available to you for quick browsing or search through the eLibrary. These are the print collections. And of course, I mean, since these are print collections, you can't read them online, but you can still check their availability in the library, right? So these are all the e-collections and the content services that we have enabled on the platform. Now I'll move on to the next part of my demo, in which I will explain how the searching works and how you can, across this massive collection of e-resources, how you can search effectively to find the e-resources you wish to read. I'll start with something simple. So let's say I did this search for machine learning. In one search, I get to see how many are subscribed resources, how many of them are open access resources, how many of these are thesis. Then if I want to filter only ebooks or videos, I can do that. I can perform the filter by year, right? Or by author or by publisher, right? So you have these filters to drill down the result set. Not just the e-publications, if library team has uploaded anything, if there is any thesis published, for an example, in Thapar related to machine learning, the platform shows that in the search itself. If there are any news items, news headlines curated by the platform related to machine learning, it will feature in the news tab. Likewise, you can find expert talks or literary works related to your search query, right? So this is a true Google-like experience, but configured only around your library subscriptions, your library content, your library collections, right? So let's say if there is, for any search, I'm not able to find e-resources, I can still see print books related to that search, and I click on the check button, I'll be taken to the publisher platform where I can see the availability of the book, right? And otherwise, e-resources, you can, like I explained before, you can just click on the read button and you'll be able to access the full text. Not just at a publication level, we also have built in a meta search for search across all subscribed journals and databases, right, to find the latest and most relevant research articles or scholarly papers. Instead of going to all those databases and performing searches there, like I showed you, we have a long list of publishers that the library subscribes content from. Instead of going to all those databases separately, you can just do a single search on the platform. Platform will do all the work for you, and you can see research articles from all the databases compiled together on the platform, right? In fact, we also have in the article search, we also have sorting based on citations. So you can use this citation-based sorting to list resources which are most cited, so that you never miss out on any important article. Rest assured, if any article was published even 5 minutes ago on a publisher platform, it will be fetched by our meta search. Going back to my homepage, and I'll explain one search strategy for you. You can, like any other search platform, you can also do phrase search. So I'm going to repeat my search here, but search it with double quotes on either side. And here you see that now I get lesser number of results. I get lesser number of results, but the platform has done a more exact search, more precise search. I'm not getting 1100 odd results in the collections. I'm only getting 28 results, but all of them will feature machine learning as a phrase. So when you have more than 2-3 keywords and you want all of them appearing in that exact same order, it is better to use phrase search. In fact, you also have a more advanced search form, both for e-resources and for article search, and you can use this advanced search form to perform more complex search queries. So let's say you want to search for documents, publication title machine learning, and author Mark, published between 2020 and 2023. And you're not interested in all the media type, you're only interested in ebooks, you can use this form to perform a complex search query like this one here, right? In fact, you can also do the same search for articles. And I think this is very important, because most of the times you are looking for specific articles. So you can use multiple, you can choose metadata field like article title smart and author let's say this one. And if you are aware that this is, let's say you don't want to broadcast your search across all databases, but to a specific publisher, you can do that, right? In fact, we are of the opinion that most of you would be inclined on using not all the databases, but a set of databases. So for an example, if you are from computer sciences, ACM, IEEE, and let's say Wiley, Taylor and Francis, these would be of relevance to you, but probably Royal Society of Chemistry won't be of that much relevance to you. So you can create your own list for targeting your search query for articles using this option called My Favorites, right? You can select any publishers you want here. Okay, IEEE as well, and you can make it your default selection for article search. Okay, so you can customize the search experience by selecting sources which are more relevant for you, and afterwards the search will always be performed on your favorite sources for articles at least, right? I'll go back to my search and now show you some of the personalization features that we have available on the platform. So when I do this search, it could be that I do not have time right now to read this particular book. I can always add it to my reading list. Okay, I'll create a new folder. Training session, TIET. I can create as many folders as I want. I can bookmark as many documents as I want, right? There's no limit. And you can organize your resources by research projects that you are currently engaged in, by subject. For students, it could be an organization based on subjects or classes, right? So all your organized content into different folders and all your saved items, you'll be able to find them in the reading list here. This is the button, and this is the folder I just created. And these are the 2 ebooks I saved. You can save as many documents as you want. Right. And now these are available to you in your reading list as long as your account is active. Right. Once you have these documents available in the reading list, you can also send their links to your peers. Let's say you want to share it with your friend in your class, or with your research guide, or faculty wants to share a particular document with all the students. They can simply email the links of these 2 documents. There's no need to download the full text and then attach it in your email and then do the entire process. You can simply email it to all your peers from the platform itself. You can also export the references in more than 1,000 citation styles. So for an example, APA 6, we support almost all the popular citation styles, MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, all the popular styles. You can select the citation style you want your references in. Click on the link and you'll be able to, the platform will build the citation, the references in the citation style, and you can either copy it to clipboard. In fact, next week, we will also be providing export in RIS, BibTeX, and one more format, so that you can also upload that file to Zotero or whatever citation management software the faculty is using. You can export it to your citation management software as well. So in addition to saving documents into reading list, let's say there is a document and you are not able to access the full text of that document for some reason, please bring it to our attention. And for every search result that you see, there is this I button here, right? You can request the full text of that document. We will see why you were not able to access the full text in the first place. And we will certainly make sure that you receive the full text directly on your email address from our reference desk. In fact, you can also request for items which you are not able to find on the platform. You can use this request an e-resource form. All we need is the title and the author. These are the only 2 details we want. And you can send it to us. We will see if that document is available in the open access world. We will fetch the full text and try to send it to you ASAP. Otherwise, we will work with the library to best serve your requirement as early as we can. So you can request for e-resources as well. All these services which I showed you till now are available to you, not just on the web platform, but also through a dedicated mobile app available both on iOS App Store and the Android Play Store. You can download this mobile app on your mobile phone. The login process is same. The account will be same. In fact, whatever you save on the web platform into your reading list, you will be able to catch on to those e-resources even in your mobile app, and vice versa. Whatever you tag as your favorites or tag e-resources in reading list in mobile, you'll be able to see them in your web account as well. So it's perfectly in sync. So this is the demonstration of the platform. I'll just cover one more feature, and after that we will look into the queries from all the participants. We have something called as SocialLib available on the platform. The idea was pretty simple. Why can't friends, just like they follow each other on Instagram or Facebook, why can't they follow each other in the library as well? Library is supposed to be a collaborative space, a social space, right? You have that when you visit your physical library. You often visit physical library in groups. But what happens to that concept online? So we wanted to take that concept forward, and we have built in this this feature as of now. It's still in its initial development stages. But herein, at least you can follow your friends as on date. You can follow your faculty members. You can follow your research guide and see what they are reading on the eLibrary. It will feature on your wall here, right? But at any point of time, if you are working on a secret project and you don't want your reading activity to be shared with your followers, you can always switch on the private mode here, right? So this feature, we will add a lot more to this space in the coming few months. But this feature I wanted to share with all of you. So that was the demonstration. I hope I covered all the features and benefits to the detail I should have. And any queries you have related to the platform, please feel free to ask them in the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to address those. Yes. Do we have any messages, or you can also raise your hand, and I'll give you the right to unmute yourself, and probably I understand Hindi, English, Punjabi, so please don't hold back. Any queries you have, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Mohit sir, can you please cover a little bit? I think there are some UG students also in, I could find. So for little bit book search, which is integrated in this platform.
Sure. There are two more queries, ma'am. I'll cover those and the ebook search as well. Anupama ma'am has asked, is it possible to have the recording of this session? Anupama ma'am, you won't need the recording of the session, because on the portal itself, we have a detailed tutorial recorded. It's a playlist available on YouTube. In that playlist, we have tried to cover the overview on how you can access the e-collections, how you can search effectively, how you can save, share, and organize your content on the platform. So there's a detailed tutorial series available on YouTube, and also the link for that is provided on the homepage. And ma'am asked me to cover ebook search, ebook or print book search. I'll do that as well. So let's say I am not interested in all the resources, but ebooks. In the basic search bar itself, here is this drop down, right? I can select, instead of all publications, I can, I'm so sorry. I can select ebooks. I can type in my, again, I'm so sorry. So I can type in my query, and I can click on this search button. And instead of performing this search across all e-resources, I will be able to see only the ebooks. In fact, not just ebooks, for the print holdings as well, for print books as well, I can perform the same search. So when I search for within print collections, the same search, it will only show me results from the print collections. Instead of diving across all the resources, you can perform a search only on the print collections. We do not have currently an advanced search for print collections, but that is currently being developed. And again, in the next major release, that will be a part. So you will be able to perform complex search queries even across print collection from the eLibrary itself. Let me see if there are other queries also in the session. Just give me a second. Okay, what is the password and how can I sign up for TIET Refread? Simran, I just mentioned you can log into the platform using your official email address. Archana ma'am, could you please throw some light on whether every student gets an official email address?
Yes,
or
yes, everybody, I think if UG students are there, they are new admissions. Whenever they will get their thapa.edu ID, they can log into this portal. They can log in this app. Right now, second year onwards, each and every student can use this Refread app. All
Yes.
all the PG and UG students have their thapa.edu accounts.
Yes.
I think this is a new student which is posting this query.
Yes, ma'am. Could be. Simran,
Right.
so if you are a part of the first year, you'll soon receive your
Thapa.edu ID.
Thapa.edu email address, and you can use that to log into the library. You won't even be required to sign up. Ashish Kumar ji has, okay, Ashish, same query. You will soon receive your Thapa.edu email in case you haven't received it so far. And if you are not a part of the first year, you can certainly get in touch with the IT team and I'm sure they'll help you out. Manmeet, again, the same query. How can you sign up on TIET library? You don't need to sign up as long as you have an official thapa.edu email address. If you do not have that, and it's been a while since you've been a part of the TIET campus, get in touch with the library. Write to us either on email. I've already shown you the support email addresses available in the footer here. Right? Write to us and we'll certainly help you out. Jayant Kolde sir, can we have access to thesis and dissertations other than TIET such as ProQuest? Yes, sir. We do not have access to PQDT, ProQuest dissertation and thesis database in the library. But having said that, we have lakhs and lakhs of theses and dissertations from science, engineering, management curated from more than 1,000 universities. So not just the universities in India. We have curated these theses and dissertations from all the universities, even from abroad, right? So we have theses from Yale. I will in fact show it to you. Just give me a second. So this is how you can browse thesis. And this is the long list of publishers, or I would say the universities or institutions who have published or who have where this thesis was published. So there are more than 1,000 universities here, and you can access the full text of these theses and dissertations through the TIET platform. In fact, sir, if you are not able to locate any thesis, any particular thesis or dissertation in the platform, feel free to use the request an e-resource function here. And we will look for that thesis and dissertation and we can get in touch with the university. We have more than 400 campuses now using Refread. We can try and arrange the full text of that particular thesis for you on request basis as well. Okay, Abhitej, if you have not received official email address, I'm sure you will soon get it. If it's been a while, then I think you should probably visit the library, get in touch with them. And yes, they can register you, although we don't want to do that because we want to have some homogeneity of user credentials within the system. We don't want to use you. We don't want to register you by your Gmail or Yahoo email address. But if there's no other option, yes, the library team can do it, and they'll be happy to help you with an account on your personal email address as well. Can we search physical books? Yes, I have explained that you can search for the physical books using the basic search bar here, right? Just select print holdings, type in your query, and you will be able to see all the print books related to that topic. We are at, oh, sorry, I spelled it wrong. That's a bad impression. Just a sec. Yeah. So you can search across print collection as well. Do we have access to JSTOR? I do not believe so. We do not have access to JSTOR, but of course, I'm sure the library has a process for recommendations. I request you to get in touch with the library team and request for its subscription, and they'll be more than happy to include it as a part of the next year's subscriptions. I hope I have covered all the queries. If there is any unanswered query here, you can raise your hands. Otherwise, I'll hand over the session back to the chair for concluding this. No more queries, ma'am. Back to you. Archana, ma'am, over to you. Yes.
Thank you. There was one hand raised by Ansh. I think Ansh Madan.
Yeah.
Way back, 5 minutes back, Mr. Ansh Madan was there.
Ansh, do you want to ask your query? I'll give you the rights to unmute. You can also.
Yes, sir. I was just asking how can we search for physical books in the library?
Okay, so there are two ways. Ansh, one, on the eLibrary, of course, like I showed you, you can just select print holdings here, print collections or print holdings here, type in your query, right? And like I just did this search for nanotechnology, I found 65 titles in the print collections, these are the print books which are available in your library, searched on the platform itself. Having said that, you also have a dedicated platform for your all the print collections. This is library.thapar.edu. Here also you can search for books, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I tried searching for books in the library, but it was not showing where the book is kept in the library, in which shelf, etc.
Okay. So let's say this is the book you are interested in. Okay. From the eLibrary, I'll first explain, and then of course, I mean, we can look into the OPAC as well. When you click on the book, this is where you reach, right? And this is the shelf number or the call number in our language, the call number, but from your perspective, this is the shelf number. So you need to find this book. You will see this book lying in this particular shelf, and it is currently available in the library. It is not loaned out to any other user. You can do the same thing on the library.thapar.edu platform as well. I'll do the search here also. Okay. I click on the link, and this particular title is available on this shelf.
Okay, sir.
The library, and of course, I mean, we have a very strong team of library science professionals in the library to help you find the book if you're not able to locate a particular copy.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Ma'am, there's one query I think you need to answer. Can we issue books from the library without ID card? I believe.
If you are a new student of first year, whenever you will get your roll number, we will issue you books without your identity card. Please wait for your roll numbers to be issued. And if you are a second year or otherwise students, then you have to have your ID card come library card whenever you are visiting to library. Initially, we will issue books. There is no such problem. And there is one other message from Mr. Akhil Sood. I have tried login with my Thapar account, but it said its email does not exist. Akhil, do write this query to us at helpcl@thapar.edu or librarian@thapar.edu with your official email ID of Thapar. We will get back to you very soon. And we will verify your email ID from the IT cell, and we will get back to you. What's the problem is there? We will check.
One thing I wanted to clarify, because we have received it in email a few times from users in Thapar as well. You can log in using your account on 4 devices. Okay. It could be, let's say, one laptop, one desktop, one mobile app, and one tablet that you are using. Every account can be logged in on a maximum of 4 devices, right? When you try to log in from the 5th device, we give you an error message saying that you already have 4 concurrent sessions running. Please log out from the previous one of those 4 previous devices to continue here, right? And you can manage your sessions here on the web platform. If you go to settings, you will see your sessions here, right? So mine is a demo account, so I have 153 active sessions, but because my team uses it for testing across all devices, but you cannot do more than 4 active sessions. And this is where you can manage your sessions. You can log out from any other device using this functionality, right? So this has come to us to our notice before also in our email. So I thought it'll be better if I explain it here. Back to you, ma'am, and we don't have any more queries in the chat box.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for apprising our users with our portal also. Thank you so much. So
Yes,
thanks a lot.
I would like to thank again Mr. Mohit, and wonderfully demonstrated, means knowing these features about our own library is really a privilege, right? And the way you related from e-resources, e-books to physical books also, you could show in which shelf the books are kept. Very nicely curated the e-resource part, so that our physical resources are also so well taken care of, so structured. And of course, the questions asked by the students, the researchers, research scholars, very insightful, right? And maybe not much questions were there, because one question could answer most of the person's query. People sitting with me also, they found it so relevant, right? So wonderful session. Thank you very much for being with us. And even to the students, even you can tell them they can drop in queries or raise a ticket, right?
Right.
Keep on using the resources, physical or e-resources. That actually makes the fun of the learning more enjoyable. Yeah.
Simran, before we end this session, I wanted to propose one thing to this session. In TIET, especially for the first year students need to get oriented, and they'll have a busy schedule. For the second and third year students, not for the final year, not for the first year, for the second and third year students, we would like to have 2 library ambassadors who will be a part of. It will be an internship kind of a program. We won't burden them with a lot of tasks, but we believe that it will be important to have library ambassadors from the students who can work with us in building the adoption and getting us feedback from their peers, from the faculty members. And it will be a structured program. We have already got it documented, and we will share it with all the students through the library for taking applications for that ambassador program.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Archana, please facilitate that.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Definitely, we'll do that. So thank you so much, Mohit sir, and thank you all the participants for sparing time and getting to know about our library. Definitely, we will organize one such session and invite Mr. Mohit to be here in the campus itself for another session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.